Good morning, lads and lassies. Again, it's Wednesdays. You're nearly sick of looking at us at this stage, but I suppose after 5 odd years, you should be well sick of us at this stage. We are today talking about 2 more of our 5 bottles that we have going live today, actually Wednesday at 5 p.m. It's a big one.
It is.
I'm sort of nervous and anxious and everything else. I really do hope when you get the bottles, you open them and enjoy them and taste them and everything that we hope that they are. I think they're all brilliant, very different whiskies in their own right. I mean, that's the thing about it. That's why we chose them. So I hope you do get to taste them and enjoy them as well. Some of them will be available behind the bar in JJ Sheehy's if he is up our way as well. But I suppose primarily it's get a bottle, open it. The money that you're spending and buying the bottle for is going to charity, so that's something else as well. But talking of the 2 more of them is our Dingle Single Cask and our Dunvilles. So the double D's.
Get your mind out of the gutter, man. Really. It's
I can't
Wednesday.
help myself. So we'll talk about the double D's. And that just came to me just there.
You're a genius.
I'm a genius. Dingle and Dunvilles. The Dingle Single Cask is a single pot still, specially selected by Graham. Again, as I say, when we reached out to the brands, there was no hesitation, and Graham was no different. I mean, he literally went through a few incarnations. We spoke to Dave initially about it, and Dave got us sort of
got the ball rolling.
He did, yeah. He sort of smoothed the path with Graham.
But Graham's a gentleman anyhow.
Graham's an absolute gentleman. He is Scottish. We won't hold that against him. He is making some good Irish whiskey, some pot still Irish whiskey. But he also, I mean, one of the things is this is one of the older ones that they've done, the pot still releases, the single pot still releases. A single cask at cask strength. I mean, the cask strengths have always been popular. Pot still in Dingle, I think, lends itself really, really well. The pots that they had down there really allowed for the flavours to come through on the pot still. Has this lovely spice to it that I think is really, really good. The bourbon cask meant that it was literally just as it was meant to be. There was no influence from any cask finishing or anything else. It's literally the definition of Irish whiskey, just pot still in a bourbon barrel, as it stands now, contrary to what Brendan and all the rest of them say. It is a cracker. It really is. There's a bit of a bite to it. There's a bit of a spice to it. But again, that's what you'd expect from Dingle and what you'd expect from a pot still as well. Yeah. The Dunvilles, I mean, I think on the day we were down there, so myself, yourself, Jade, Trent, we all made the pilgrimage to Dunvilles, and it is a pilgrimage because one of the things that they built it in a fantastic place. I mean, the Ards Peninsula is gorgeous, but it's a 4-day camel ride from civilization. It's like Dingle. I mean, Dingle is a place to behold. But the road from Killarney to Dingle or from Tralee to Dingle, I think you just lose the will to live halfway through it. It is just unbelievable. I mean, we've driven that road many, many times to both distilleries.
Yeah, we have.
But I think one of the worst ever was the night we drove. It was night time and it was pouring rain like it is now. And we were going to...
We were coming back from Dingle because we were staying in Killarney because we were after doing a delivery.
Yes.
And it was horrendous. And there was this car in front of us that had its fog lamp on in the back.
Yep.
The whole...
You do suffer from road rage quite a lot.
Road.
Yeah. You wanted to stop and beat this person.
I don't suffer road
You
rage.
do. You're an angry, angry individual. What is wrong with you?
There was no fog. Right, it was raining, not foggy.
See, look, starting to come
Why
out
was the fog lamp on?
Yeah.
Says the one that was chewing the steering wheel when he was driving behind him.
Back to Dunvilles.
Yes,
Dunvilles up
We
in the
digress.
Ards Peninsula. When we went up there, I think on the day, we tried 10 different poor Chris was
like a jack in the box.
he was literally like a jack in the box. We had his input into it. We had Jarlath, we had Stephen, and they were just literally going and getting samples, and he was literally drawing them out of the barrel as we spoke. I can do this, I can do that. There was nothing was off limits to us, and it really was. I sort of, the first time I tasted that, I thought it was something special. I thought it was something that we wanted to do. And there was another debate over it, and we'd done another tasting then online as well. But I stuck to my guns, despite you trying to nobble me and
we weren't
influence me. And there was another cast that ran very, very close.
Gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. But for me, I thought that it didn't do the cask justice being part of the lineup of 5. I think it and I hope that Dunvilles are going to do something special with it. It has its own story to tell.
It does, yeah.
It does have its own
and
story
it's not
to tell.
Ours.
Oh,
Well, it might
be
be.
at some stage, but it's a story to tell
for
from
now,
Dunvilles. We thought no, it needs and with that other cask, it does need to be told on its own to shout it from the rooftops how it
And
is
I
a unique
suppose
one.
part of this is what we wanted to also showcase from the distilleries. They're liquid.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what it was all about. I mean, again, the criteria what we sort of said to them was, we want you to be proud to put your name on the bottle.
Yeah.
No different than we're proud to put our name on the bottle of Sheehy's. So, I mean, with this, Palo Cortado and Dunvilles just go so well together. What they've done with some of them releases, for the age statements. I mean, I've moved the collection from here, but I mean, I'm an avid Dunvilles collector. I've probably nearly everything that they have. There is a sneaky few that have gone awry, that have gone to foreign jurisdictions, but I am on the case and I am going to get them. Jarlath, Seamus, Peter, all the lads down there.
Anybody,
please, somebody. But I mean, it again, we're delighted to have it. The colour of it at such a young age, for theirs, is fairly spectacular. I don't know if you can see that. It is gorgeous. It truly, truly is. So again, with those 2 bottles, we have another 2 charities to throw into the pile, and we are doing for the Capuchin Day Centre.
Yeah.
I think everybody in the Irish whiskey community knows of the Capuchin Day Centre. Ian and Eddie and the lads in the Friends of Irish Whiskey have done great guns raising money for them, and we're more than happy to be able to throw our little bits into the kitty as well. I think coming into winter now more than ever, they're going to be needing funds to try and feed as many people. The bills that people are experiencing have gone up and up and up, and people, ordinary people no different than me and Katie, at various times in their life would have been reaching out to them and saying, listen, we just need a wee bit of help. We just need something to be able to make sure the kids are alright, that they're looked after and fed. So that's why we're keen to do stuff like that. The other charity is
the Boxer Rescue.
The Boxer Rescue, that's right, sorry. Which is very important to us as a family.
Yeah.
We've had 2 kids, I think is the only word to describe them.
It is, yeah.
As part of our lives in the 25 years that me and Katie have been together. We've had Casey, who was our first boxer, and then Izzy, who was our second boxer. They're such a unique dog. They're such a unique personality. Izzy grew up with the kids. I mean, she was 15 when she passed away in February this year. The Boxer Rescue Society try and help people get boxers, or they come across boxers and they think they're this big menacing jowly drooling dibbling thing, and they're not. They're genuinely dogs that think they're people. I mean, she used to sit on the chairs and she'd sort of nearly scowl at you if you sort of sat near her, because that was her chair.
Yes.
That was her house. I mean, our very first boxer used to push you out of bed.
She did.
Because she didn't want you near me. Wish she had stuck at it. Things would have been so much simpler.
Just carry on.
Anyhow, but the Boxer Rescue Society do huge work in helping people, the boxers that are rehomed. People take them on, and sometimes they are, as a pup, they can be very energetic, and it puts people off. But if you can just weather that storm of that energy of a young pup, They're a great family dog. They're so protective of the kids. Ours used to walk in front of the kids, or
used
the
to
kids
corral
them, yeah, to protect them. So we're only too happy to do that as well.
And our 5th charity
Is
the Maria Goretti
Fund, and the Maria Goretti Fund is
a local charity
here in Dunvilles. It is a massive one. They again help children. It is based
and
families, yeah, but it's primarily set up to care for kids and it's in Lordship on the road out to Cooley, not far from the Cooley distillery, and it is a building that has respite for families and kids that are ill, seriously ill or terminally ill, and it comes in and provides care and gives mum and dad a break, or gives the family members a break, but also gives the kids an enjoyable time. So we're only happy to try and support them as well as much as we can. We're hoping that we'll raise sort of in the region of 40,000-50,000 for charity in total across the 5 charities. We'll split that up amongst the 5 equally, and we're only happy to do that. I mean, that's something that, as I said, that's always been important to us.
We don't want to put pressure on people. So we do.
Okay. We do.
But listen, at the end of the day,
if you can help, do help.
That's all I say. Does help.
Yeah, exactly. So that's us. We're maybe back tomorrow. I know we're under pressure tomorrow, but we may be back tomorrow with a video, and we'll finally talk about the JJ Sheehy's one and what went into the making of that. And then we're live. We go live today at 5 p.m. Mm-hmm. We end on Sunday at 1. So as I say, if you Sunday at 7. If you can bid in the auction, please do. If you want to buy a bottle, please do. Please get involved and support it. It's all for a very worthy cause. All right. So that's us for now. Talk to you soon. Bye.